Okay, hello. Well, my name is Tim, and I'm going to do a little video here of the 5 acres of land that we have for sale in Park County, Colorado. This is Google Earth, so we'll do a little overview here. This is, of course, United States. This is Colorado here. And we'll go ahead and zoom in. Zoom it in a little bit for you. Here's Denver here, and the property is actually right in the middle of what's called South Park, which is right here. We'll zoom in a little bit farther. This is Highway 285 that you see coming in, which basically does go all the way to Denver. It's one of the main routes to get into the Rocky Mountains from Denver. There's the town of Como, the town of Fairplay. And basically the road is a County Road 15, so you basically go to Como, take County Road 15 down, and the property is in this area here. This is called the Elkhorn Ranches. It's a development of about 600 to 700 pieces of land, anywhere from 1 acre to 5 acres in size. We'll zoom in on the actual property itself, which is located off of Remington Road, which you can see right here, Remington Road. Let me see if I can get this. Here we go. Directly overhead, and there's an overhead view of the property there. Couple of things about the property. This has been in the same family for 26 years. It was purchased by a husband and wife back in 1991. Really good friends of mine. The husband passed away, and the lady who owns the property, a good friend of mine, has 2 kids, but they're not interested in the property, so she's looking to go ahead and sell it at this time since she doesn't have any use for it. The altitude of the property is listed at about 9,830 feet, and the property is for sale for $35,000. So let me go ahead and put an overview on this, and you can actually see the property line, which is there. So from Remington Road, this is Sunburned Court, and then it cruises around here. So you do have a property on the left side of you and a property on the right side of you, which have structures already on them. I can tell you, when you stand on the land here, you can't see this house or that house, so it is very secluded, very private. So this gives you an outline of the property lines. There are a couple of property markers down on the street, one on this corner, one on that corner, and there should be electricity down here at the street as well, because you can see the poles, and I'm pretty sure this house has electricity as well does that house. So property outlines, and it is 5 acres inside. So let me get that off of there. We can kind of zoom in a little bit here. Now, one thing I do want to point out, the lady who does own this property right now really has never done anything with the land. They didn't build anything on it. They really never used it. They just kind of had it in the family for 26 years. Prior to her owning it, you can see here, if you come up Remington Road, you see the outline of a road that actually was on the property. So you pull off and you go up this road, and it kind of curves around and up into this area. From what I understand, the people that had the land prior to her used it a couple, 2 or 3 weeks a year to put their RV on it, and they simply just use it as camping land. So that's kind of where they built the road. It hasn't been used in 25 years, so nature's kind of taken over. So but the bottom line is, it is accessible. It would just need to be kind of redone a little bit. There's some trees that have kind of gotten in the way that you'll have to cut down, but it won't be too hard to actually get up on the land. Just wanted to make that clear. If we go this direction here, you can kind of start to see a little bit of the land itself and how it's kind of situated. It is from the bottom to the top. It does have certainly an elevation gain. It's not terribly, it's not like it's straight up, and like I said, you can also see the road here. It was certainly not steep enough to where you couldn't drive a vehicle up it. So I don't know the actual distance between the bottom and the top. I would guess no more than maybe 100 feet from the road to the top of the property. Let's see if we can kind of spin this around a little bit here, and you can get some views. One of the things I really do love about the property is the views that it has of, this is all South Park, kind of between here, but it has some tremendous views of the Rockies out in the distance, almost 360 degrees, which is which is very nice. If you look at it, it has some really nice views. If we spin around here, and you can see there's mountains there as well. So we're kind of looking at the side view of the property here. If we kind of zoom in a little bit, you can see it. Here's the road, and it does go up, and then it kind of has a crest at the top here. There are a couple of very nice flatter spots up at the top, so if you're interested in building a house, I mean, it wouldn't be hard at all. Like I said, they had it leveled enough to put a pretty good size RV up there when they were using the land, so wouldn't be that hard to do that. But tremendous views of the mountains all the way around. One thing I will notice is that, or I'll point out, I'm sorry, is the satellite imagery that we're looking at here was from 2016. The one thing I noticed from walking the land is it's much more wooded when you're actually on the property than what it looks like on the satellite. So if it looks like there's kind of sparse trees, not at all. There's a lot of trees on this land, and it's very lot of pine and aspen and those types of trees. So if you stand kind of from this section here, and I think it looks out, let me just see if I can find the view for you, because I did snap a photo here of the land looking, I believe, out this direction here. I'm sorry, as you can tell, I'm not a real expert with Google Earth. I think this was about the view here. So it was standing on the land here, the view out this way. Actually, since it doesn't, it doesn't look like there's a tremendous amount of trees from here. But keep in mind, it's a little bit of an aged photo. But this is essentially the view that you get from that spot. So as you can see, just a beautiful, beautiful view of the mountains in the distance. And there are some 14,000 foot mountains that you also will see. This is just one view looking. I'm going to say this is probably southeast, but it gives you some sort of an idea, kind of the trees and the grounds and everything else. But this is a relatively flat area here, which would be fine for building. Do also want to note there is no well on the property, and there certainly is no sewer. So you would be if you were to put a house or a structure up there, you would have to do a well or have water brought in, and you would also probably have to do some sort of a septic system. Electricity, like I said, is down on the street, so you should be able to get electricity down there. So this is it. We'll spin back around one more time, just trying to give everybody a 360 degree kind of shot here. Once again, the most impressive feature I said with the land is the amount of trees that are on the land, and just the tremendous views that it has as well. So I'll spin back in there. Let's take a look at a couple other things as well. Some distances. Here is Denver here, and this is the property here. So it's about, as you can see, 88.6 miles. Takes about an hour and 45 minutes, depending on traffic, right up to 85 at a distance of just under 90 miles to Denver. Find out what else we've got here. This is the town of Fairplay. Here's the property here. Fairplay would be the closest little town, city that would have like a grocery store, gas, everything you would need to go into town to get is right here, and it's about 24 miles from the property. If you're a skier, this is tremendous. You're within 46 miles of Breckenridge, Colorado, which is great skiing. Here's Copper Mountain, which is also a ski area. But essentially it's about an hour's drive in the winter, maybe an hour and 15-20 minutes, 46 miles over to Breckenridge from the property. So if you're a skier, it's a tremendous property to have. If you're a fisherman or you like to spend some time in the outdoors and you want to go do some fishing, here's the property here. The Spinney Mountain State Park is 21 miles away. It's a big lake, has a lot of the state records for fish. So good fishing. There's camping. There's a big campground over here. It's a state park. And then you also have 11 Mile Canyon, which is a reservoir, which is probably 30 miles or so away, also down there. If you're interested in the Elkhorn Ranches, which is where the property is located, there is a website here. Let me see if I can bring this over. And it's right here, www.elkhornranchowners.org. And this basically will have any information as far as covenants and rules, restrictions, all that. This is the it's not, I don't think it's an HOA, it's just it's an owners association. It's I think it's $40 a year. But they would, if you're interested in, what size structures you can build and all that, you can find that information on this website. There's also, we also do have the property listed on Zillow. So if you go to Zillow and do a search, it is on here. 5 acres, Remington Road, Como, 80432. So you can just do a search on Remington Road, Como, Colorado 80432. I think it's the very first property that pops up. Compare it to other properties. We think we have it very competitively priced at $35,000, and it is land that we are selling ourselves. We're not using a real estate agent, so you would be dealing directly with the owners of the land. Lastly, if you're good with Google Earth, or even if you want to put it into Google Maps, here are the coordinates, and you can actually just go directly into Google Earth. Google Earth's free; you can download it, or you can go into Google Maps and just type in these coordinates right here: 391243.94 north, 10547 1.58 west. If you just type those right into the search bar of Google Maps or Google Earth, it'll go directly to the exact spot of the property, and that'll allow you to zoom in, spin around, do all that if you've got Google Earth. Or Google Maps would at least show you the satellite imagery of the property in the surrounding area. My phone number, in case you need to contact me, or if you have any questions, is 719-208-7800. And my email is timbatch, TIMBATCH, @outlook.com. Hope you enjoyed this. Just kind of a brief overview of the 5 acres of land that we have for sale in Park County, Colorado.